What's up, cyber hawks? So in today's video, I wanted to go over another story in my life that kind of involved cyber security. And I talked about getting hacked like during Christmas time on PlayStation, and I almost losing. I'm like counting. I think I had like a few games already. But on today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys and showing you guys the receipts on how I use OSINT, or open source intelligence, to find a scammer. All right, so before I go over and show you guys some of the screenshots of the scammer, let me go ahead and give you just a quick little backstory. My girlfriend, she was actually thinking about, I guess, renting out a house from somebody from Facebook Marketplace, which is kind of already sketch. But after kind of looking into this person, I was able to find the actual owner of the house. I was able to find the actual owner's phone number, their relative phone numbers, all that info for the real owner of the house. And also, I think I found their LinkedIn, so I can actually talk to them on there too about people using their house to scam people. So let me go ahead and get my laptop and we'll just go over the thing kind of just one by one real quick. All right, guys, so you should see this probably like on the right side or the left side of the screen. I wanted a cool name for this, so I named him A781, which is the target. Now, I do have things that are blurred or like blocked out just for security purposes. I'm not trying to like dox the actual owner of this house, but I don't have any issue talking about the actual or at least the person who claimed they were the person name. Who is the scammer? I'm pretty positive it is, or he's using like a somebody else's account or whatever. But allegedly, the person's name is Terry Adams. Okay, his location that he told my girlfriend was that he was from Mississippi. Now, another red flag I got from this too was that she was supposed to, I guess, see the house yesterday, and somehow I guess that's when she found out, I guess, he's from Mississippi, which is kind of like a red flag because he wanted a deposit right then. So he wanted to get a deposit, and she never even actually went inside the house, just saw it online. Like, you would have to actually see the house before you would put a down payment, right? You would think, right? That's already sketch, but let's continue this. The supposed address, I kind of got that right there, kind of blocked out, but it's in Dallas. And the Zillow link that I was defined as well. So I'm able to go back to this while I'm doing my OSINT. And now the place he was found was Facebook Marketplace. And then I wrote kind of like some notes, kind of just giving me like a quick rundown in my head of kind of like what's going down from this guy. So he wanted money digitally or through money order instead of all cash. Again, this is another red flag. Somebody who wants money digitally, don't want to meet up necessarily to get the cash, but very, very vivid on trying to get money, digitally. That's a red flag. I've seen a lot of people talk about how they got scammed, like do Cash App and maybe different other apps as well. And as soon as they get the money digitally, they just block them and you never get your money back. I also talked about he only accepting now half up front, after a whole lot of haggling. I didn't write this down, but apparently, I guess my girl tried to give him some money through Apple Pay, through Cash App, through Zelle, and none of them worked. And even through Apple Pay, she got a statement saying that this may be fraud and that they wouldn't let it go through. And I think the amount was like $100 or $200. So what I'm thinking already, I'm thinking he already got a whole lot of people, and they kind of like sent in maybe a notice to Apple. Now Apple is saying either his number or his email address is fraud. I haven't checked into this, but that's what I'm assuming. The reason why when she tried to give this guy money, it showed up as fraud, like, so it wouldn't let it go through. I'm assuming other people have also been through this and they sent that in to Apple, I'm assuming. And then also too, she looked at another house. So this house was listed on the marketplace and no other actual home renting sites from my searches. When I put up the house, I probably had like a screenshot of it. I didn't see anything that said it was being rented out versus the house that she showed me earlier that day that did have it as renting out on Zillow and on other websites. I did not see this house anywhere on any other websites as being rented out or anything. It just was a house that was bought. All right, and then let me go ahead and go down to the second section. Now we got the price of the house. at least from Zillow, the house is $620,000, well, $620,100, and the rent estimate. This was another key, I guess, red flag I saw. So the rent estimate was $3,525. On the marketplace, he was this alleged person, Terry Adams. He was allegedly selling the house for $1,000.50. So that's a huge difference. The rent estimate for a property that's over $500,000 is showing up as $3,525, whereas the price he was, selling it for, renting it out for, was $1,050. I mean, that's a huge red flag as well. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean just from that alone that it's a scam, but that is very highly unlikely. It would take a long time for you to actually get your money back if you're selling a property that's over $500,000 at $1,000 a month. And especially with house prices rising, by freaking 10-20 years, that house may be worth $1 million by then, and you're not even close to paying it off. And again, I put, when it wasn't on the market, no, it was already bought out. Now on this section 2, I started using some of the some more open source things. This time looking at a I guess more of like a directory. It's a site called Dallas Comptroller of Texas. I'm pretty sure every place got this. I'm over in Dallas, so I'm used to using this website, but you can find a similar website in your state or like in your county or whatnot. So I use that, and actually I'm gonna click on it real quick because I made sure you guys maybe like a screenshot of how it kind of looked like, well, like all the different info. But basically you can find the info about that property. All right, so from there I was able to actually find the owner of the house, and the owner of the house name is right there. I guess I'll probably just say maybe her last name or first name. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna call her DF. Yeah, it was a completely different name. Now that's all, that's a red flag right there. The person who was selling the house on Facebook Marketplace was a guy named Terry Adams. Now, I haven't seen the image of him. My girlfriend hadn't seen it by the time of me making this video, nor have I seen the Facebook Marketplace posts. But talking to him, apparently he's a guy like it from Africa who is in Mississippi now, who's selling this house over here in Dallas, Texas, which is kind of giving me a whole lot of red flags on that too. And now I'm seeing the name as a blank, blank, blank. Yeah, it's like, okay, so let's just see if maybe this Terry Adams is somehow related to her. So then we started doing some more info, all right, because I have no idea how this person looked like versus Terry Adams. All right, so first off, I went to Google and I typed in the person's name and the address, and I was able to find their LinkedIn profile. And yeah, they're like a whole different race from the person, but that doesn't necessarily mean that maybe this Terry Adams could be related, or maybe like friends, or maybe or boyfriend or something. So then I kind of just started doing like going like on a rabbit hole on the owner of this house. All right, so I was able to find her name. I found out, like going through my research, looked like she lived in Dallas, Texas her whole entire life. She was a manager at XYZ. I'm not gonna say the name of the company. She bought the house about 5 years ago. So she bought her house around the same time I bought mine. Prior to moving into this house, she lived in an apartment at XYZ. I'm gonna have that blacked out. And then prior to that, she lived in another home for about 14 years. So I'm assuming that house that she lived 14 years was the house she grew up in. So she pretty much grew up in Dallas, went to college, got the apartment, and then got the house, all right? And then doing some more research for the free online, I was able to find her phone number, guys. And on top of that, I kind of have that listed there. I'm gonna have that blurred out. But from there, I was like, okay, so we got her phone number, we got her info, we know where she lives. Well, we know where her job is at, we know her prior places that she used to live, all of that. So now let me just check to see maybe her relatives or friends, possibly, maybe that's related to her or whatnot, that may also maybe show up. So when I was doing that, I actually found out more of her old phone numbers, from her current cell phone number and the previous landline numbers that she had. And then from there, I didn't see any like relations or whatnot. So then we went through her family, associates, got some screenshots here. Of course, everything be blurred out, like their pertinent information. But I did not see anything in relation to this supposed Terry Adams. So yeah, guys, like that pretty much like solidified for me about 95% that this, in fact, Terry Adams was not the owner. He was not like working with the actual owner of this house, and he was pretty much just scamming people on Facebook Marketplace. So if you see a guy named, I guess, Terry Adams, definitely watch out for that guy. I'm pretty positive he's a scammer. I got the info for the actual owner of the house, so I'm probably gonna end up sending her a text message or a LinkedIn message so we can talk. I may do a part 2 possibly on this after talking with her, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was cool. You know, it was kind of cool being able to use some of this OSINT in an actual like scenario that's actually affecting people's lives versus kind of just like fake scenarios that I've done like in tests, like I've done like in Blue Team Level 1 and different things of that nature. I was able to actually use this to help out somebody that I actually know in person, which was fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hack nothing on this, but just using OSINT, open source intelligence, I was able to find pretty much all the info about the actual owner of the house, her relatives, her family, etc., all their phone numbers, her phone number, where she went to school at, all that in about like 15 minutes. So like in 15 minutes, guys, you can really find pretty much everything you need to know about an individual if you really want to. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the quick little story. Hopefully we have some more fun stories like this instead of me getting hacked, and I'll see you guys in the next one.